I'm Vincent Creel, Public Affairs Manager for the City of Biloxi, here to deliver today's report for Friday, December 18th, 2020. We'll have a weekend preview, wintertime fire safety tips, the latest COVID numbers, and more. But we begin today with storm debris. It's time to put storm debris from Hurricane Zeta in the rearview mirror, says Mayor Fofo Gillich. But to do that, it must be moved to the curb. The city wants all storm debris to be moved to the curb no later than January 4th. That is when the city's debris crews return from a holiday break. If you haven't moved it yet, now is the time, the mayor says. It's actually past time. The goal is to get this entire debris project wrapped up in January. As of today, December 18th, after working 43 days, crews using double-sided and self-loading trailers have made just under 5,000 trips from Biloxi neighborhoods, hauling away 232,000 cubic yards of debris. That's enough debris to fill the Coast Coliseum almost 2.5 times. The latest estimate on debris, by the way, from the city is 350,000 cubic yards. But don't be surprised if that number jumps up to 400,000, depending on how many people bring out their storm debris. Here's a look at where they've been working. The green triangles are Monday, yellow is Tuesday, orange is Wednesday, and red is Thursday. All that blue, that was picked up prior to this week. You can go online to see this map, which is part of a dashboard that was created by the city's GIS division. Just go to biloxi.ms.us/Zeta debris. You can see the daily numbers of loads and totals hauled each day. You can even zoom this map down to a street corner to get more detail. Here's a look at the track of the daily debris removal, going back to day 1, which was November 5. As a reminder, the city expects the first pass to be completed before crews leave for their Christmas break. Crews will be on Christmas break from Wednesday, December 23rd until Sunday, January 3rd. They return to work on Monday, January 4th, which is when we want everyone to have their debris moved to the curb. Please make sure your debris is segregated. Separate tree limbs from fence posts and boards. Do not place any debris near fire hydrants, gas meters, mailboxes, or utility poles. And of course, there's the bagging versus not bagging issue. At this point, loose leaves should be bagged. Make sure that you do not put your bags in your debris piles. Pelican Waste will pick up the bagged material. And now, the COVID-19 update.
Distribution of the coronavirus vaccine has begun in Mississippi to hospitals and health facilities. The initial distribution of the vaccine is primarily for those involved in COVID-19 patient care. The Mississippi State Department of Health's website states that vaccinations for the general public will probably not be available for several months. It's important for everyone to continue following safety guidelines to stop the increasing spread of COVID-19. Today, the department reports an increase of over 2,500 positive cases statewide. Since Monday, more than 9,000 new cases have been reported. 34 new deaths were reported today, and the statewide total since mid-March now stands at more than 4,300. This chart shows the total number of positive tests statewide since the crisis began. This chart shows the 14-day track on cases statewide. In Harrison County today, the State Department reports 81 new cases of the virus, making the county total over 9,000 since mid-March. 133 COVID-19 deaths have been reported in Harrison County since all this began in mid-March. Here's the updated 14-day chart for Harrison County, which shows the daily average of cases. We are now seeing the average number of new COVID-19 cases in Harrison County more than 100 a day. The State Department stated increasing spread. You can see that here. Hospitalizations. The State Department reports that as of Wednesday, there are now more than 1,200 coronavirus patients in hospitals statewide. Of those patients, nearly 70 are in coast hospitals and 24 of those patients are in ICU. As for the recoveries, the State Department's weekly update states that as of December the 13th, more than 148,000 are presumed to have recovered. Vaccines are still a little ways away. Please do your part to help stop the spread. Let's lessen the number of cases and the number of deaths. Wear your face mask, wash your hands often, stay home if you feel sick, avoid gatherings, and participate only in work, school, or other absolutely essential activities.
The Biloxi City Council had a huge meeting on Tuesday. There were 60 measures in all to be considered, including a drop in water bills and incentives to see 2 mega resorts built in Biloxi. Collectively, they will be a $1.8 billion investment, creating millions of new visitors and thousands of new jobs. We encourage you to head over to the Biloxi YouTube page. Click on the City Council meetings to watch a replay of the meeting. And now, here's your weekend preview.
This weekend, the Biloxi Visitor Center will hold its last installment of its holiday market. Vendors will be set up socially distanced inside the center on Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Face masks are required to enter. For more information about the holiday market, call the Biloxi Visitor Center at 228-374-3105. Also this weekend, in lieu of the annual Children's Christmas Parade, the Biloxi Parks and Recreation Department will host Christmas on the Muse. On Saturday, beginning at 9 in the morning, the city invites children ages 11 and younger to hop in the vehicle with their family and ride from US 90, travel north along Lemieux Street, and stop at the Biloxi City Hall, where Santa and his helpers will be handing out breakfast and goodie bags. Only 500 bags will be available, and the drive-thru event will be open during the morning while supplies are available. For more information, call the Parks and Recreation Department at 228-388-7170. And finally, as cold weather continues and we look towards the Christmas holidays next week, we leave you today with holiday safety and cold weather tips from the Biloxi Fire Department.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Caleb Hudson with the Fire Prevention Division in the City of Biloxi. We're here today to talk about fire safety. This time of year, many people will have Christmas trees in their house. A real Christmas tree can get dried out if we do not water it every day. So it's important that you water your Christmas tree every day. Also, you decorate with lights. So we want to be careful with these lights. Look at them. Make sure there's no cuts or tears in the strands of lights. Make sure you only use so many strands that's recommended by the manufacturer when you hook them together. Also, if you're setting up your tree, no matter if it's artificial or a real tree, make sure it's not blocking your exit. Make sure it's not too close to any heat sources, such as a fireplace or a space heater, because these can cause this tree to catch on fire. You should be at least 3 foot away from any heat source that could cause the tree to catch on fire. Also, this time of year, we know it's cold. So we want to make sure if we're using space heaters or using our fireplace, make sure they're safe. With a fireplace, you want to get it checked before you turn it on. Make sure it's safe to operate this year. Also with your heaters, make sure your space heaters are plugged directly into the wall, not into a surge protector or an extension cord. Go directly to the wall, and then also make sure you're at least 3 foot away from anything that can cause it something to catch on fire. Anything that would be flammable. This is our fire safety trailer. This was specially built for us to show a lot of safety features that we can show y'all when we go inside. It has cooking safety functions. We can show you all this when we get inside. It has features to cause smoke, heat, and even showing you how to use a fire extinguisher inside. Here we are in the kitchen. The leading cause of house fires is cooking fires. So there's a lot of safety features that we can talk about here in the kitchen. If you're frying something on the stove and it does catch on fire, it's nice to have a pan nearby that you can slide over the top of it. That would suffocate the fire and put it out. And if you can safely do so, then you would want to turn the eye off. Another thing to remember is you do not want to keep any flammable stuff near your stovetop. No towels, no oven mitts, anything that could get too close and catch on fire. Another safety reminder is your pots. You don't want the handles pointing out. You always want them pointing in. The further back you can get them to point, the better, because you don't want to accidentally hit it and dump all the hot food out on you or damage your dinner for the night. So another safety feature we can look at is electrical items, such as a microwave. Here in our fire trailer, we can simulate the microwave acting up. We can see it sparking and starting to smoke. If you can safely do it, unplug the microwave or the other electrical item that you have plugged in that's having an issue. If you can unplug it, you can kill that power source. Then it'll put the fire out and stop it. But always, it's important to be able to get out. If you do not feel safe putting the fire out or stopping the fire, the most important thing is your safety, and get out of the house and call the fire department and let them come take care of it. Another thing to think about is if you have a grease fire, if you're frying something, you do not want to just throw water on it. Or if it's an electrical fire, you do not want to throw water on that either. Water is a conductor of electricity. It will come back and shock you. The other thing is with a grease fire, water will agitate it and it will basically like an explosion. It will increase the fire size. So you want to be very careful when dealing with grease or with electricity, and never leave your food or your cooking utensils unattended. If you're cooking something, keep an eye on it. That's one of the leading causes of fires, is not just cooking fires, but unattended cooking fires. If you have a fire that started in your oven, you do not want to open your door. It's important to keep the door closed. If you can safely again do so, you would turn the oven off. And this would eventually smother the fire. But in either case, you really should call the fire department to come help you out. This kitchen in our fire safety trailer, it can simulate a fire. Now, we can also simulate a fire on the stove. And with this fire on the stove, we can show you how to use the fire extinguisher and to put it out. And as you can hear there, the smoke alarm going off. If you hear your smoke alarm going off, of course, you want to be getting out of the house. If you're laying in bed, you want to get low. As you can see, the smoke rises to the ceiling. So you want to get as low as possible. And then if you do have a fire extinguisher and you feel comfortable using it, remember these 4 letters, PASS. That stands for pull the pin. The A is for aim the nozzle. The S is for squeeze. And the other one is for sweep, side to side. And you would do this at the base of the fire. So that's a few tips here in the kitchen. Next, we're going to talk about EDITH. What does EDITH stand for? Exit drills in the home. This is for if you get a fire in your house, or if you have your smoke detectors going off, you know what to do. You have a plan to get out. Here we are in the safety trailer in the bedroom portion. Here we can learn about our smoke detector again. If we hear the sound of the smoke alarm, we'll know what to do if we practice. Roll out of bed. Smoke rises to the ceiling. You want to get low. Roll out of bed, crawl to your door, fill the door. If it's hot, we don't want to go out the door. Something else you look for with the door. If you see smoke coming from the bottom of the door, you do not want to go out your door. But you can take your bed sheet or a towel or clothes and you can throw it at the bottom of the door to keep the smoke from coming into the room. But the important thing is getting out. So if your door is hot or smoke coming from the bottom, we do not use the door. We want to roll out of bed, get low, and go. Go to our secondary means of escape. That's where Edith comes in. Exit drills in the home. We do not want just one escape plan, but we want at least two. Being able to get out of the house is important. And then once we get out of the house, where are we going to be at? We want to have a meeting place. As a kid, you can have or as a parent, both of you have a factor in this. Either one of y'all can sit down and draw this Edith plan. Make it a game, make it fun, but make sure that you know what to do. The important thing is to make sure we get out of the house. I hope these safety tips we discussed here today will help you and your family stay safe. We also have a program where we will come out and install smoke detectors for you if you do not have any. The important thing is we want you and your family to stay safe. So if you have any questions, any concerns, please call us at the Biloxi Fire Department. Our number is 228-435-6200. You can also reach me at my email address. It's chudson@biloxi.ms.us. Thank you.